Don't like yourself and be there and be like every day you delight yourself. Every day you delight yourself, like because you see worldly things. So you delight yourself every day. Master, if you do that, you go fail. I tell you something. See me, I just walk here alone, make it alone. I tell myself things I go do. Where they do. Charlie, I'm always on the move. No be joko. If you no be money, you go. Then me I go. Mommy don't cry, yo. Soon time we go fly, yo. I know say I try, yo. But it's so upon the fight, oh. She just love him, I play, love him, I play. She said the freakiness be the way, that be the way.
Well, I think this is what we need to share with the people as well, so people don't misconstrue what was said. It is true. Sometimes you have to listen, but it's not everyone that you can listen to. Some will mislead you, and it is exactly what Jay-Z and my people here have shared. Well, in another story, I also want us to look at a feature, an article that I can also call it, that Kwame Dazi shared on myjoyonline.com. Here, this feature was also published in the magazine that was shared at the TGMAs. Every year they have some magazine that is shared to the revelers or the attendees of the event. I hear this particular feature was also published in the magazine, and the feature comes with a simple question, a question that I would also want to get answers from my people if they have any. Richie, I just put the headline there because it's a long feature. It will be very hard for us to read it, but I know the headline samples it all. It says it all. It says, what gives a song staying power? Beat or lyrical content? Let me go over again. Kwame Dazi is asking in this article that what gives a song staying power? Is it a beat or lyrical content? So in short, he's saying that there are so many songs, they come and tomorrow they are gone. There are so many songs, you can listen to them even if you don't understand the language. You can enjoy them same way. But for a song to stay longer in your head, rent-free, or for a song to stay in the system longer, so that every time you are playing music, that song will be considered. What works for that particular song? Is it the beat in the song or the lyrics, aka the message in the song? That is the big question Kwame Dazi is asking. If you read the feature further, he goes ahead to use many examples of how Kiddy's song went to India and the song was really doing well, and according to him, it was because the people really understood the lyrics in there. Therefore, when we say song, music has no barrier. It is not just the message, it's about what rhythms or what melodies people are going to listen. He also used other examples of some songs that came to Ghana that we did not even understand, yet we enjoyed them, and even we are still enjoying them. The other day I was telling someone that last Sunday I was listening to just old songs, watching Adolfo Jr. and co performing Antoine Debier and all those things. So yes, what is our contribution to this particular question? What keeps a song in our minds for a longer time? Is it a beat? Is it the lyrics or the message? Oh, you can tackle this.
I think it is both. I think it is both, because you see, we would have so many examples. If it were to be the lyrics, then when some songs enter, the argument will be defeated. If it also has to do with the beat, then certain songs will also not enter, because every era has its own sound that tops. So you can say that, okay, when the era is done, there are certain sounds that are not supposed to even penetrate into a different era. Okay. Exactly. Because it is both. Every era has what they look out for in a song. A particular era, it is about your message. Okay. So especially when you pick some a sound like a reggae sound, it was mostly about the message. Okay. it was mostly about the message you are preaching. Because if it was only only had to do with the sound, so many people were producing the same sound at the same time. So what makes yours different from the other person? What made Bob Marley's own different from other reggae artists? It was the message,
okay,
which is the lyrics. So because people can relate to the lyrics, here we are talking relatability. If people can relate to the lyrics, they can take the song even into the next and the next generation.
Okay.
So if the next generation, recently there were even some of Bob Marley's songs that were trending, and it was because even the people in this generation could relate
to the message.
They see those messages happening. They see those things happening. So in that sense, it is the message that is carrying Bob Marley's song along. That is making it timeless. Certain songs also comes with its own rhythm and style, which is the sound that we will talk about.
Okay.
And it is because people are able to adapt, people are able to modify the same sound for a different generation to also relate to it. So in speaking to this particular topic, I think it is both. We can't pinpoint and say, oh, it is only the sound. So let's focus on the sound so our songs can travel from one generation to the other. But then, if we are able to do both, it will help, because in the world, so many people have different reasons why they pick.
Okay, so in still calling for both, one of them will be a little ahead of the other. Which one do you think is ahead of the other?
It will depend on the era.
Era?
Yes.
Oh, really?
It will depend on the era you are in. Yes.
How?
So
today we are still dancing to "Thank You, Mr. DJ, for playing my song."
Yes, we are still dancing to it. We are still dancing.
What has the era got to do with it?
So at a point, like I said, during a certain era, it was just about your message. Your sound was not that important. But then in certain era, or in this particular era, message is not the key thing here.
In today's
music. Oh
yeah, sure.
Because message was important, that is why we had songs of over 7 minutes as singles. Today, my what is in your song 5 minutes, I won't advise any song to swap. Why would you advise him to reduce it? Even if he is telling a full story, or even if he is telling a certain story that would need about 5, 6, 7 minutes, you will still ask him to reduce it. Write it in a small piece. Why? Because the era has changed to the extent that the listenership or the way people consume stuff now, they don't consume what they used to consume back then. So as if we want to focus on one, it will depend on the era. Hip life days, it was about, see, as much as we would say, oh, the hip lifers were vagabonds, they were this, they were that, their era was also one of the eras that message was key. You can't just say anything. And the high life era too was one of them.
Okay.
In the Afrobeat era, message is not key. It is your rhythm, it is your sound.
I see.
That is why you have top veterans saying the Afrobeat artists don't write anything. It is just about the sound that is taking them along. So if we would want to now, per this, I can say, okay, now your sound will help you more than probably your message. You may not have a strong message, you may not have strong lyrics, but if your sound is good, you will be able to penetrate through. Amapiano is going, Amapiano is penetrating. What is carrying Amapiano? Mostly the strength of those songs are the sounds. So in this era, it is the sound. You may not necessarily focus strongly on the message. If you have a good message, that is a bonus to you. But if your sound is solid in this era, you are good to go.
Yeah. This is your boy, Wale Music TV. Send subscribe my channel, so wanna subscribe him. If you wanna click bell no do, na me the video be out tomorrow. I want the first person about share. If you wanna drop a comment was so. Wale Music TV, yes, Shatta Wale ni TV, I yeba more Shatta Wale ni news. Na update, everything be a friend Shatta Wale who be a once a back on the more platform me do. Into bomb more than subscribe, next share, no brother, and I was system who edumede in Wale Music TV. Video be able post and what had they be a by Shatta Wale. Inti say Shatta Wale no fan quoting there, blend bete good news, blend never share, never subscribe, no brother, and I was system who edumede in demo platform yi do video bi a yebo post wɔ ha de bi a ba Shatta Wale nti sɛ ejiwo di de Shatta Wale fan kote dia blend bete good news ba Shatta Wale na bo modern na share na wo brother ana wo sister ohun edwumede yi di Wale Music TV. Thank you.